Good evening. This is John Flannery, and I'm going to do a sit and talk today. I'm doing that because I'm having some meetings, and it's taking me out of town for a couple of days, and I'll be back tomorrow, Friday. The thing that's interesting is Trump going to D.C. out in the streets. Years ago, Rudy Giuliani did that. He went, quote, undercover to show what crime there was in New York City. And Teddy Roosevelt did the same thing, but Teddy Roosevelt actually went out and arrested people. Teddy was nothing to mess with. And he was the real thing. And the Republican Party from Lincoln to Teddy Roosevelt to now has seen a great decline. And Trump, I suppose, is the bottom of the barrel for anybody, Republican, Democrat, or Independent. He's just impossible. So Trump went out in the streets today, like he's saving D.C., maybe from him. He's going out there to save us from an emergency when he is the emergency and nothing else is. And I'm glad that I can report, just because I get a kick out of it, that the sandwich man didn't throw anything at Tiny Trump today. And Trump claims he's out there to defend the elected public officials and the residents. Well, I don't think anything of the sort. He cares about no one ever. He doesn't know what is necessary to protect anyone. And for him to suggest by just saying it that it's happened is another example of the vanity of the man, the recklessness of the man, and his indication to hurt rather than to ever help people. And the Attorney General, his Attorney General, is no better, because the head of the Injustice Department is encouraging those who carry guns and rifles and so forth, to do so, refusing to act against any individuals who carry in the open like that. And Trump made his own remark about what is he going to do this and how long is he going to do it, whatever it takes to get our job done. That's what he's going to do. This from felon Trump. He cares about law and order. He should police himself. That would be encouraging, wouldn't it? He should turn himself in. Faux Führer Trump hopes to bring the martial law, not just to D.C., but to cities across the country, democratic cities. And this is all about how he becomes tutto di tutti capo, how he becomes our dictator. That's what he's working on. And so much for equal justice in America, whether it's at the voting booth or as how we enforce the laws of the land and who do we choose to go after. Do you think Trump felt safe in the street? No. And why? Because he's nervous that people see through him, know that he is trying to subjugate them, knows he doesn't have the nerve, the balls to steal in order to lead anyone. He can't suppress or tenderize with his threats. So we should just, the way I think we should think about it is color Trump bleach white and afraid, because that's who he is. He's nothing else. When I see pics of Heartless Miller and Druggard Hegseth and Hillbilly Vance, I think of those vanity pictures of Hitler's friends before the fall of the Third Reich. And I think that's what we're seeing here. The day of reckoning will come. These guys will go down, and we will finally recover our America again without these people. And they'll be haunted down the corridors of history ever after, in history books written by honest people who describe what they did trying to destroy a republic and a democracy that was a good idea, that was embraced by the world and by people who came here to have freedom and equality and justice and respect of the law and an opportunity to vote. So, like I said, when I see pics of these guys, I figure someday we're going to see them, maybe even in color or moving pictures, and they will have gone the way of the wind of the evening, because they will have been found to not have any substance, to have found to be bigots, to have found to be against the American dream. Now, it's interesting that Vance, when he was in D.C. the other day, and he was by the Union Station, which is a grand station in D.C., those of you who are not familiar with it, he thought it was a monument to the greatness to chase the homeless out of Union Station. Kiss my ass. So what is he talking about? You would think a public building as a last resort would be used to home the homeless, to give them a way to maintain their dignity, perhaps to come back. We should be having programs to help these people. What do we do about the vets? What do we do about the disabled? What do we do about the sick? We take away their tents. we say we're going to show you. This is the kind of genetic superiority that Hitler enjoyed, you know? The Aryan nation. That's who this guy Trump is. He has always been this person. He will never be anything else. And people who listen to him say, I don't understand why Trump did that. Trump did what he did because he's a worthless, horrible individual who hates people, seizes power, and doesn't give a damn what the outcome is as long as he's sitting in the hot seat, in charge, in power, pictured and wealthy. That's the story. Anyhow, that's all I got tonight. Tomorrow maybe I'll have more, and we'll see what we can do to restore America back to the people instead of from this group of thugs. Bye-bye.